I'm going to have to control that. Good morning. Welcome in the Out of Bounds Show. Brought to you by, you know what I tried this week? The Bell's Brewery Christmas Ale. Bell's Christmas Ale is awesome. I've already got some of the Beta Christmas Ale.
Yep.
But if you're looking to try a couple of super beers over the next 4 or 5 days as you veg out like I am on college and NFL, and even as Jake mentioned, some high school football. I had the Sierra Nevada Porter, the Bell's Christmas Ale, and then the Chimay Blue. I had a Chimay Blue label at Shapley's last night, which is one of the best beers in the world. Yeah, I mean, you know, when monks are brewing beer and have been doing it for several hundred years, they know, or several thousand, whatever it is, they know what they're doing. Jake Wimberly, Drive at 5, is joining us in studio, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. Drew, real quick, how do people win the SEC championship game tickets? We're giving away 2 more.
They need to tweet into us with their best college football game experience and hashtag Dr. Pepper.
We want to thank Dr. Pepper, the official soft drink of the Southeastern Conference, for allowing us to give away 2 sets of 2 tickets, 4 tickets total this week to the SEC championship game in Hotlanta.
And we're also doing a Tito's hat giveaway by sending in your Egg Bowl prediction scores.
I need to take a picture of those Tito's hats in the next segment.
Good-looking hats.
They are cool.
I like them. Hey, quickly.
You're getting one on the way out.
Appreciate that.
Well, we appreciate you coming in today, man.
I'm glad to be here, man. It's an honor for me. Hey, quickly, high school football forgot?
Yeah.
Not only, let's don't forget, we got big-time Metro teams here. Mm-hmm. Down on 49, Florence High School, 4A program. First time ever in the history they're playing for South State down at Poplarville this weekend.
Congratulations to their kids, their players.
That is amazing. I mean, you're talking about a program forever that just kind of...
They've never been?
Never. This is as far as they've ever been. They're playing for a chance to go to state on Friday night.
To play in Davis Wade.
Yeah,
for kids to play in Davis Wade or Vaught Hemingway.
Yeah.
That's magic.
Props to Steve Pruitt and Sean Gerald and a bunch of guys down there that I know that...
Florence High School
on 49.
Poplarville. And they're playing at Poplarville?
Yeah, they got to travel. So
okay.
It'll be a tough task, but I mean, when you get to this point, every game's tough.
Absolutely.
Every team's good. So.
That's going to be fun. Pearl and Petal, and Clinton and Madison Central.
Mm-hmm. So you've got 4 teams with Metro flavor.
And Florence. Oh, you counted Florence.
Them.
Yeah.
Some Metro flavor right here, within 30 minutes of the Metro.
That's awesome.
That are playing Friday night.
And playing to go to Davis Wade Stadium.
Yep.
Davis Wade Stadium is going to be wild next week.
Yeah. It's going to be a lot of people from the Metro up there.
I love it. That's all day on Friday and all day on Saturday, right?
Correct.
Yeah. That's a good time. Okay, Egg Bowl prediction. What's yours?
I got Ole Miss winning 40-31.
Okay, I got it 45-28 Rebels. Drew, do you have a prediction or do you want to wait?
I'd probably go 38-34 Ole Miss.
Okay. 38-34. Jackson?
I'm going to wait.
Okay.
I want to look at a couple other things before I give you my prediction.
Yeah, his phone. One of his buddies. One of your buddies will text you.
Don't say buddy. Refer to them as Vegas
Let me
insiders.
guess. You're tracking analytics for this game. Awesome.
Yes,
I expect something awesome in the third hour.
Vegas insider.
Can we get back into this? I love this coaching carousel stuff.
I do too.
It's a blast for me. Drew brought up PJ Fleck at Western Michigan. I still say keep an eye on James Franklin. I think he's looked at that and said, it's no longer my dad's Penn State.
Yeah.
And it's a wonderful school, and it's big, and it's the only school in Pennsylvania, but they don't produce a lot of players, Jake. Jake Wimberly with us on the Out of Bounds show, and he's hot, 9-2. If you win this weekend, you're 10-2. If Jimbo goes to LSU, I am high-stepping it down to Florida State. I'm calling my agent, like, I want in.
Yeah,
if I don't get it, I don't get it, but I want in the game.
Franklin's an interesting coach. He did so well at Vanderbilt. I mean, obviously the greatest coach that's ever coached at Vanderbilt, which is odd.
I think it's one of the greatest accomplishments of modern-day college football to win 8-8-8 at Vandy.
He did. And then now he's continued to keep his name out there and hot at a place he went in that was just wrecked at Penn State. He's brought that program back to respectability.
True.
So, yeah, I mean, he's still
and beat Ohio State.
Yeah. I mean, he's one of the best names in college football. I think he's a great pick. I mean, for Florida State, he could go down there and Boy, he'd clean up down there.
I'd be all over his phone if I'm their AD.
Yeah.
I love Mark D'Antonio. I like Mike Gundy. Jeremy Pruitt. Jeremy Pruitt may end up being a great head. He's already, for those of you who don't know, he's already been a head coach at the high school level. And for those, that does count. If you've run the show, you've run the show. Brad Peterson has proven that. Hugh Freeze at the high school level. Gus Malzahn, Art Briles, Chad Morris. There's a bunch of dudes that have come out of high school now, and I'm proud of all those guys because forever
freeze factor.
it is. But when Notre Dame screwed that up in 1979, 80, 81, and they hired a high school football coach, which is still unbelievable, they screwed high school coaches for about 20 years. And then the Art Briles, Hugh Freeze, Gus Malzahns, Chad Morrises of the world were able to totally redo that thing. So Pruitt's been a head coach at the high school level. But if I'm Florida State and I can get a Franklin D'Antonio Gundy that's already done it, Jake,
Yep.
to me, that's the better pick.
Yeah, and I think that's the Florida State. They're going to go that route, I think.
Yeah.
Because they're Florida State.
Sure.
You know, if you're Mississippi State, if you're Ole Miss,
Willie Taggart, South Florida, he's turned that around.
he has. There's a lot of good young coaches at some even the group of 5 schools.
Right.
A lot of good coaches. And I think now, like you said, especially with the money that these schools are paying, $4 million, we're looking at 2 coaches in the state that make right at $8 million together.
Right.
You can go out and attract a lot of coaches.
Yeah, Willie Taggart, PJ Fleck, if they don't get offered top 10 jobs,
Yeah.
they'll come to Starkville and Oxford in a heartbeat to get paid $4+ million.
Without question.
Just like Mississippi State and Ole Miss can hire good defensive coordinators for $700+. I hear people go, well, who can they get? Well, as
Anybody they
Bartu
want.
tells us, there's a lot of great talent at the G5 level.
Yeah.
Orlando at Houston. Will he get – I can't wait to see if Dave Aranda, LSU's DC, gets a shot at a G5 job, or if Orlando, Herman's DC, gets a shot. Because Bartu tells us it's got to be Herman and Orlando, or it's not not worth it.
Yeah, I remember we were talking about that the other day. So I'll be interested to see if Herman goes to Texas, does Orlando go with him?
Right.
And if he doesn't, let's watch him. Let's see what happens.
Let's see how that works out, because he's got to make a big hire
Yeah.
at the defensive coordinator position
No
if he
doubt.
loses Orlando to a G5 job. Mm-hmm. Who would be your number one candidate if Jimbo Fisher leaves Florida State to take the LSU job? Who'd be your number one candidate? I'm leaning James Franklin, but I'm willing to be talked out of that. Jake Wimberly, thanks so much,
Hey,
buddy.
appreciate you having me.
You're on today.
Yep, 5 o'clock.
5 to 6, and you and Jay White 4 to 5:30 on Friday.
There you go.
Have a happy Thanksgiving, bud.
You too, guys. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming in Monday and Wednesday. Hour number 3 coming up. Out of Bounds, powered by the C Spire iPhone 7 on their max range LTE network. Go to cspire.com for the awesome information.